So as I do this video, we are probably 1 minute, 2 minutes of extra time we were to be played, but the game is over. Manchester United went to Aston Villa today and they were humbled by the Villa. Let's get into the video. So hello guys, welcome back to another video. This is the Football Connect. I'm your host Sam and we are back again with another one. Manchester United just went to Aston Villa where they've been humbled. Aston Villa 3, Manchester United 1, under Erik ten Hag, under the newly found formation, the eagerness to fight to win, under this new play team that they're talking about being the best of the best, willing to put it all in the field and give something new to smile about. They have been humbled, and one is going to be pointing at injuries. Of course, they didn't have Bruno Fernandes. They didn't also have who's the other one that they didn't have? They don't have Rafa Varane, of course, is injured. They also didn't have whom Anthony was out as well. So of course a couple of players were out, which meant that the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo were back into the game. The likes of Donny van der Beek get their first starts of the game and play so well. But one person has to understand, they're playing in Aston Villa, and Aston Villa that were fighting relegation a few days back. That's the team that is beating them. And maybe people are going to say that I'm not being careful because it was not fair. It was a already lost battle before getting into the game. But that's the fact about football. Some things when you don't really perform so well, you are playing a losing battle before you even started. And of course, when you go look at today's game, you can see that there were a lot of things that were missing into the game. But in all, I think one thing that I'm holding so dearly is the agenda that I'm now creating over Lisandro Martinez and getting away with murder. I don't get why a player has to be so vicious, like he's an animal who's just there to hunt people and get away out of the game without even a yellow card. The guy deserved the red card, but even a yellow card, he did not get it. And I'm wondering, why are we allowing the officials to let incidents like what we were seeing today with the Lisandro Martinez getting even forward? If that wasn't any player, it should have been a red card or even a yellow card. I did not even see a yellow card. At least maybe a yellow card would have maybe scared the player a bit. Maybe the player would have been afraid and maybe changed the way he was playing. But he was not even given that, so it meant that he was still allowed to come in and still hurt players and still fight and still act like an animal in the ground, in the football stadium where football should have been played. And I don't get it. So I'm recording it right now. It's an agenda that I'm creating against Lisandro Martinez. Why is he getting away with murder? Why does he keep hurting players and the officials just letting away? Is it the fact that he's a size of a midget that they are letting him getting away with some of the tackles that he's taking out with other players? Because what I saw today, it's unacceptable. What I saw today, it's really unfair to any other player. If that had happened to any player who's a height of, for example, Cristiano Ronaldo, a Tyrone Mings, there would have been a yellow card. In fact, it would have been a red card. But it's Lisandro Martinez, because he's short, they feel like they are feeling sorry. Oh, poor Lisandro Martinez, he's allowed to hurt players. It's unfair, it's unacceptable, and it's not fair for football, what we love. As football fans, we expect fairness in the game. We expect every player to be treated the same, and what we're seeing there, it's really not fair, people. And I don't think I'm the only one who agrees with what I'm saying. This has been happening time and time again, and it's surprising that Lisandro Martinez doesn't even have a red card under his belt, but what he's doing to players, it's unacceptable. A lot of players are even afraid to go past him because he's going to hurt them. When he hurts them, the referee just walk it off like it's nothing. It's unacceptable, and that has to change. And as the fans, we need to say something. FA has to look at what is happening in the Premier League, what is happening with the referees, allowing this guy getting away with murder with what he's doing in the game of football. Somebody's going to be telling me it's a harsh game. Somebody should be strong. You can't be strong with somebody who's targeting your intestines, who's targeting your intestine. He hit a player with an elbow. Nobody even looked at it. And also, he actually left the ball passing and he went straight for the legs of the player who had the chance to at least create something that would have been a goal, and nothing was done. No yellow card is living in the game, and that has to be fair. Why? I don't get it. Why? That has to be revisited and stop treating players unfairly, because this kid or this guy, whoever he is, this guy kid is hurting players and people are letting him do because he's short. Poor Lisandro Martinez. It is unacceptable and it's nonsense. Now let me get back into the game. I had to say that. That's why I said it's actually an agenda. I had to say these things and I had to get it out of my system, or it would have been bothering me for some time. Let's get back into the game. Aston Villa, to be honest, they played so well. They knew how to attack United, how to expose them, especially defensively, especially for the first goal. They opened up the United defense and there's nothing that they could do. In fact, the first and the third goal, they opened United and United were so miserable, they didn't even know how to defend. But for the free kick, that was just amazing class for Dini, and you can't even blame Daguerre for that. That's being honest. And lucky for Luke Shaw, that goal, that was a deflection, nothing would have been done. But all in all, it was a good game, and I think there is something that Unai Emery is already creating with this Aston Villa side. Somebody told me that this team is really a good team. It just needs to get the good manager who can get the better out of these players, and I think Unai Emery is doing that, and we can see in the game that we are definitely enjoying the game. We are definitely enjoying watching what Aston Villa are now doing in the game, because they are playing perfect football movement, the passes, the pressing. It's actually moving in a highly way, and it's an exciting way. And today they just outclassed the Manchester United. Cristiano Ronaldo had nothing to do in the game. Marcus Rashford was inexistent. They put Antonio Martial, did not see him in the game. He was practically invisible. And Casemiro, the best defender, he was practically invisible because of how much the flow of Aston Villa was amazing. And that is thanks to Unai Emery. So I'm telling you, there's something forward, something that we should be looking forward to when it comes to this guy. And he has started well, and I can't wait to see where Aston Villa goes with this. But man, the Lisandro Martinez situation has to be revisited, because if somebody don't, then I don't see the fairness in the Premier League. The fans will be biased. That is for fact. Now do me a favor. Click the like button. That's the first thing you can do. Subscribe to the Connect. The second thing you can do, watch the video that is there, because I was talking about how Chelsea were outclassed by Arsenal. Watch here their big match preview and reviews. There are some best shows that I've covered in this playlist. Go check them out. Thank you very much for watching. I'm out. Peace. See you after Liverpool versus Tottenham.